What up, everybody? This is Ikky, and now I'll be breaking down the last song of the album, Munda Oh.
ਰਿਕਾਰਡ ਸਿਰ ਕੱਢ ਮੈਂ ਬਣਾਉਂਦਾ ਸ਼ੌਕ ਗੱਡ ਮੈਂ ਪਗਾਉਂਦਾ ਜਿੰਦ ਜੋਰ ਤੇ ਜੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਉਹ ਜੋ ਅਲੜਾ ਨੂੰ ਕੱਟ ਹੀ ਥੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਵੈਰੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਇੱਟ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਟ ਖੜਕਾਉਂਦਾ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਉਹ ਰਿਕਾਰਡ ਸਿਰ ਕੱਢ ਮੈਂ ਬਣਾਉਂਦਾ ਸ਼ੌਕ ਗੱਡ ਮੈਂ ਪਗਾਉਂਦਾ ਜਿੰਦ ਜੋਰ ਤੇ ਜੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਉਹ ਜੋ ਅਲੜਾ ਨੂੰ ਕੱਟ ਹੀ ਥੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਵੈਰੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਇੱਟ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਟ
Munda Oh was probably the hardest song to make. He came to Toronto, we went to Coalition Studios, and we started off with the beat that I made 2 years ago. Going into that came the song Munda Oh, and really he freestyled the whole song. And we went home, we didn't think too much of it, and I started sitting down on the song. I started chopping up what I like, what I don't like, and I created this song. And really the hard part of the song was finding the right beat. We had the vocals, we had everything, the idea was there, but the beat that was already on it wasn't really hitting as hard as we thought it should. So I went through a bunch of beats, sent it to him, he would send them back saying it's not good. I wouldn't find them good anyways. And that's when we landed on this beat. And really, it was 3 a.m. in the morning, and I was just into it, and we made this beat. I found a piano sample that had an arp to it, but it was just a really crazy sample that had a bit of an evil chord, had some groove into it. It was really fast. And that really brought me into a place where I thought this song could be great. And that goes throughout the whole song. That's the only melody. I layered that with some 808, some simple 808. I added some hi-hats, and my pet peeve with hi-hats is a lot of the times it starts to clash with the rest of the instruments. So what I did, I kept it simple. I kept it on a normal groove and changed the velocity on the hi-hats, and they sound like this. I added a couple of rolls in the hi-hats. Added some claps to it. And the only thing missing to that was a kick. That's the beat. I wanted to keep it really simple so his vocals could stand out a bit more. To change it up a little bit, on the verses and every crosses, the beat changes. The beat transposes by a couple, and it sounds like this. To there that I wanted to put a bass, but I didn't want to put another 808. So I put a fingered bass, which sounded like this. That really started to pick up the beat, and so that's where I really started to think a little bit more about what I wanted to do. So when it came to the choruses, I thought since that's a really cool part of the verse, the chorus should be a little bit more louder as well. So I put some flute at the back. That was really cool, and NseeB wanted the thing to be a little bit more aggressive. He referred to my older Bhangra songs where I like to use some noise, some people doing some rala, and this is what that came into. It's in your face, but it's not in your face. It just sounds really aggressive and it sounds really cool. If he hadn't told me to do that, I probably wouldn't have done it. So thank you to NseeB for making me do that. And really, all I did after that was add effects to just keep the song moving. Between the choruses, I would make a pickup that sounded like this. An explosion. Usually I watch hip hop concerts on YouTube and stuff, and the DJ will have like an explosion program. So on the chorus or at the end of the song, they'll make this they'll trigger this explosion sound. That is really cool to me, and I think it's a cultural aspect of hip hop as well. So I added that in the song so people can kind of be a part of the song as if they were at a concert. It is a fast-paced song, so I really want to do that. One thing I did with the hi-hats before the second chorus came in was reverse the hi-hats. I thought it was really cool because it's kind of a riser, but it's not. It's just a reverse hi-hat. So it kind of sounds like a record reversing. So that was really cool. And that was bulk of the beat. But now I wanted something cool in the beginning. Every song kind of had its own unique intro. Koina had a verbal intro. Akrakti had a voice note in the beginning. German Whips had just the beat coming right away. Mera Naam had its own thing. This one I just wanted to be a farewell because it was the last song on the album. So because it was the last song on the album, I shuffled through a bunch of samples and I found this. And then I added this bit to it just so it could transition into the beat. And that's where I started making some vocal effects. One of the main vocal effects is literally on the first word, Munda Oh. So when he says Munda Oh, the O I chopped up and I put a delay on it so it could last longer. So here's what it sounds like soloed. And then with the vocals, it sounds like. It's in the back, but it's there, and it really makes you feel like the beat's moving faster. Another vocal effect I did was before his verses would come, I would have a sort of a pickup that would take his first word, and I would just make a little groove out of it. And another part of that was I panned it left and right, so it sounds like it's coming from two sides of your ears. It's there, but it's not really there. It's something you really need to look for, but it sounds really cool. And these were some of the main things I wanted to do in this track because a lot of the album is vocal based. There's less of music and beat, and there's more of NseeB. That's because usually I'm the one behind the wheel, putting in effects, putting in a bunch of beat changes, putting a lot of stuff to make something come to life. But in this case, it was NseeB who was the forefront of this project. And Munda Oh really showed the simpleness of a beat, but how far it could go with the right vocals and the right people behind it. What I think is really cool about hip hop today is it's less about the beat and more about the vocal. There's a vocal reverse effects, there's vocal chops and stuff like that. And that's where I think I really got to bring that out in this song, creating little moments from his vocals into the song that would make people kind of wonder what's going on. To wrap it up, this was a song we wanted to go out with, and we wanted to go out with a bang. We wanted really this song to be fast, to be aggressive, to be the song that really hits you. The song's not about violence at all. It's more about you feeling good about yourself. You're saying that you're that person. You'll be able to do this. You'll be able to conquer that. You'll be able to do a lot of things. So that's what I like about the song. As much as it sounds like I'm saying it's a motivational song, it's not. It's a fun song. We want people to have fun to this, dance to it, smile to it, all of it. And I think this is a really special song to me and the rest of the crew. That's Munda Oh. This is Ikky.